Hey there, Pony fan. Welcome to another Friendship is Magic review with me, the Stupid Private. Today's episode is Testing 123. The episode starts with Twilight helping to prepare Rainbow Dash for a test to join the Wonderbolt Reserves. But it's not a flying test, it's a history test. And the Princess of Homework has plenty of ways and means at her disposal to educate even the densest pupil, like highlighting, lectures, and flashcards. But somehow she's just not getting through to Dash. Before things get too hostile between Dashie and Twily, Fluttershy comes along and suggests my personal favorite study method, forced animal reenactments.
Remember that time we had a bunch of monkeys reenact World War II? That was awesome.
We probably shouldn't have given them working flamethrowers, though.
But for some reason, Dash finds a bunch of animals running around in historical costumes confusing. So it's on to Rarity's plan, cosplay, dressing up the gang as famous figures from Wonderbolt's history. Then there's Applejack, who opts for the slow and steady approach. But with 12 hours left before the test, Rainbow's up creek. But the award for Educator of the Year has to go to Miss Pinkie Pie for proving beyond all doubt that ponies shouldn't rap.
Word.
But none of it seems to be working for Dash. Then Twilight notices that the Technicolored Wonder is constantly scanning and mentally cataloging her environment while flying. So she comes up with a brilliantly simple plan to educate Dash, diverting the resources of an entire town to write messages on the ground, make banners, and hold reenactments.
Well, she certainly knows how to spend like a princess.
And that finally gets through to Dash. So armed, the Fame Flyer aces her Wonderbolt's history test. This episode was cool. I like the central problem of Dash needing to pass a test for the Wonderbolts that doesn't involve flying. This both plays to one of Dash's weaknesses and fleshes out the Bolts as an organization, as well as their place in equestrian history. Speaking of, if you're a pony history buff, you're going to love this episode, as it deals with that shady period after Luna's banishment, as well as the founding of both the Bolts and the Royal Guards. Apparently, before Luna's banishment, the Royal Pony Sisters would just blow up any threat to Equestria with their magic lasers. But after the whole Nightmare Moon thing, Celestia figured a military buildup was in order.
For hunting nocturnal loyalists, no doubt.
And during the celebration of the Great Purge, I mean the first celestial year of peace, a special aerial performance was held and the Wonderbolts were founded.
You might want to repeat that. Dashie weren't paying attention.
Also, the episode is very funny. There are so many moments, like Dash and Twilight studying, Rarity's reactions, AJ talking way too much about apples, as well as being the element of bluntness.
Sucks to be y'all.
And the Pinkie rap. My stars, the Pinkie rap. All that adds up to one very funny episode. I also really liked the arc that Dash goes through in Testing 123, going from her usual confident self to a down-in-the-dumps grumpy Gus. I like seeing this side of her from time to time. It makes her look more well-rounded and less overconfident. No one could be 100% sure of themselves all the time.
Not true. Highly delusional individuals are quite capable of that.
Now, let's look at story structure. I found Testing 123 to be maybe a bit unfocused. Is it a Twilight episode or a Rainbow Dash episode? On the one hand, Twilight's the instigator and the one trying to teach Dash about history and stuff. She's also the one who comes up with the solution and writes the lesson at the end. But Dash is the one with skin in the game. She's the one with the need to study. And she's the one who has to live with the consequences of failure. I get that Twilight wants to be helpful, but at times it seems like she wants to see Dash succeed more than Dash herself does. Twi's also really dictatorial in this episode. All she needs is a habit and a ruler. There are also some fun cameos by Owlowiscious and the other pets, and everyone's favorite DJ, Vinyl Scratch. I also really like the art. There are some neat scene transitions during the study sessions, Pinkie's rap video was a grade A slice of 90s cheese, and seeing Fluttershy's Princess Celestia cosplay was adorable. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in My Little Pony, Testing 123. On the good side, this episode presents a very different Wonderbolts challenge to Dash. Seeing the different study strategies of the main six, including Pinkie Pie and her cool hat, was awesome. There are some real comedy gems, like RD's commentary on Twi's reaction to Tess, and some cool art. On the downside, this episode is structured weird. Dash and Twi seem to be sharing the spotlight as the main character, and with the sheer volume of episodes that deal with Dash and her Wonderbolt ambitions, this episode feels kinda old hat. But I still really like it. So I give My Little Pony Testing 123 a 4 out of 5. It's a must-see for any fan of Rainbow Dash. Thanks for watching. I'm the Stupid Private.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.